keep trying when I know there's something to live for. I keep fighting, but I know I'm losing the battle. And as much as see the sun, I keep trying when I know there's something to live for. You're not turning on like what? I keep fighting, but I know I'm losing the battle. I keep trying when I know there's something to live for.
Yeah. What's up? This your guy Ray Hama, one versus a million. Testing. Hopefully I can be heard. I did do my own little sound check, but still, now it's live. Hopefully I can be heard fully. But yeah, I gotta address a couple of things here. Okay, I want to set the mood, get my little music going. You dig? Okay, let's go. Yes, because I gotta get in. I gotta get in nigga Roshi mode real quick. Right now, for context sake, I was over on the brothers panel. A guy named Nino. Shout out to him. Um, I don't know if I came across him, by happen chance or by way of through a brother named Fatty, which a lot of cats may know. But yeah, I was on this panel, and I would like to say there's some things I'm just really tired of. This really grinds my gears, and it gets irritable, and these certain circular arguments. It is, and it's just pointless, And I'm not gonna continue to go through it with you. I'm not one bit. Now, there's points that came up to where that came up with it in regards to like relationships and the dynamic of that, where it's all going today and what we must do and everything else. So, and I told them, hey, well, since you want to come with the energy of this, with this kind of malice you're giving me, this energy, like you're willing to disagree with every point I try to make, then what could give me 3 bullet points of how the situation can be fixed, and what we must do to get together to become a strong unit, a strong family, because the the product of a strong nation is due to strong families, as we all know. So, because every point I try, because I'm all against feminism. I'm stumping that shit to the ground. We know that here, over here in the Hama Force, we don't tolerate no bitch madeness whatsoever. And I guess that kind of energy from guys, from when you go against points like that I'm making to you, when I'm bringing forth, like, okay, and like, okay, brothers traveling. I talk about such things in great aspirations. I don't want you to come through and point out the negatives of shit. Well, oh, they're like, we typically know what these people do. Like, oh, they're going over there just they're going over there just to, just to trick, I mean, in the sleep with a bunch of women and all that shit. And I'm like, come on, man, that shit's it's so fucking annoying. Stop it. When I'm looking at all of the positive side of shit, because I'm like, come on, man, like, we can't talk like in senses like, okay, we gotta exclude the women, whatever, because they are a part of the old culture. They are what make that culture. They are that they are that necessary component that makes that, the men and the women, the children, all that, those happy and the peaceful gatherings you see, and the sceneries, the beautiful different sceneries you go to and see, and people being in merry and joy and peace. Amen. Praise God. And they're willing to treat you with such dignity and respect, and it just brings that great joyful feeling in you to where it's like, man, you can't help but want to continue to be around that and prefer such environments like that rather than the environments where we got all this chaotic shit going on, and which is so ironic, right? To argue against that, anything against that, and to not have the same enthusiasm or somewhere near the same level as one, like such as myself, that's, expressing this to you, this idea to you, and this reality to you, then I'm looking at you sideways. I'm like, okay, are you a part of the other side? Are you a part of that faction? Because those are the only kind of people that can't really give this any kind of praise. Real talk. Cause I can't stand people like that, that purposely make conversations, difficult for no damn reason. Like maybe sometimes motherfuckers, especially too, when you gotta look at it too, man. You gotta make it clear as day, okay? When you're having a live stream that's surpassing, midnight, right? You need to tag it at something around the lines of that you're looking for some kind of smoke, If you're saying like, okay, that's what makes conversation. No, because certain people, damn it, around such times, they come on your damn panels, some bitches. They just want to chill, have a chill, good, cool back and forth, like on some Joe Rogan podcast kind of shit. Come on, man. And then if it does get loud or whatever, it's exhilarating because it's fun. They're joyful. They're having a good time. It's fun. When they're going back and forth on certain subjects relating to like martial arts or hunting and shit like that, and it makes it fun. And then it makes the people viewing, watching, it makes them attracted to it and gravitate towards it, thus making them feel like they're part of the conversation, just there chilling back, eating their popcorn and drinking some damn beer. And being married, a beer or some 420, and being married. I mean, all forms, that we have out here that breeds peace and tranquil, a nation building. There should be not one lick of argument against that. Therefore, from here on out, it's 2025. Here on out, dig this here. I ain't gotta agree 100% with none of you slackjaw sons of bitches. All right, understand that right now, in the name of the Most High God. So, yeah. And motherfucker can't understand that basic principle amongst men. You have no place to be in the hall of men. Such a bitch-made man don't have no place to be in the hall of man. If you argue against those points that's so tranquil and is so strongly for the application of man, man's peace and man's glory, which comes from the Most High God, then I gotta render you damn near an enemy, man. Basically. Real talk. I'd rather talk about that. I'd rather have such talks about that than this constant circular argument of like just where it's going nowhere, talking about, oh, well, women are doing this and the men are doing this, and then this man fought this. Basically 1.0 combos, like, topics of the whole relationship and dynamic and shit when it comes to black women and black men. I'm like, oh man, I'm just dealing with just American women, period. Yeah, I'm like, oh God, man. It's like I'm not staying at the baby milk stage with you guys about this shit. No, I'm not. I'm on the thick meat stage with this shit. You hear me? I am on the thick meat stage with this shit. So my brotherhood is ironclad to where over here we don't covet anything of our brothers. We don't envy anything of our brothers. We give praise and we give honor and blessings upon our brothers for their achievements, for whatever they do. We uplift our brothers. We don't cast down the spirits of our brothers any way, near shape, or form. Okay. We stomp on those who are evil in all formats. That over here is the Hama Force, who abhors all forms of evil. The evil that's been displayed, all the betrayals that's been done upon us black men, by our own fellow black men and black women who have raccooned out. Right? And that's where that kind of that's the kind of language I hear. When I hear you coming around the lines of saying, like, okay, like for me, for example, you know, when I go to brothers' channels such as Skylar 1MT, shout out to him, shout out to that big bro, salute to him, you know, for his achievements and all he's done and what he's continually doing. And yeah, shout out to him. And Black Man Travels, Aaron Ferris, shout out to him. And shout out to the rest of Passport Bros, you know what I mean? And all the brothers that travel, shout out to them. CGA, might as well say him because he's a brother that believes in traveling too. You know, he travels. CJ and but Marty McFly, definitely him. Man, real talk, plenty others. I'm coming through with like saying, hey man, appreciate it, man. Thank you, brothers, man, for showing all this awesomeness, bro. Like the scenery is just awesome, man, and get into it with the and get into it with them, you know, them revealing of the pricings there of different stuff, you know, electronics, things that you'll need over there, all the important info that you'll need when it comes to the, especially the do's and the don'ts, and also interesting too, the type of gear, the outfits you'll need to wear, you know, that's good to wear, especially too when it comes to the weather. Obviously, you don't want to wear nothing that's going to cause you to fucking profusely sweat and shit, of course. But yeah, but what I'm talking about when it comes to like your pockets, you know, that it's good to wear your jeans or shorts with zip pockets, you know, to make sure, you know, the guard against pickpocketing motherfuckers, basically. Motherfuckers that will try to pickpocket you. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And Skylar too, when he talks about what type of SIM cards you'll need, we got into that, yeah. So that was a good save. I saved that video. So yeah, and there's good info like that. Good stuff you can put in your arsenal that you can use. You know, that will help you be geared and prepped and ready. And yeah, especially too if you accumulate enough money for it, you know, you can enlist these brothers' help. You know, their services, and you know, in the helping. So when you go basically on your first trip, you'll know what to do. You know, you'll have all that basic stuff down pat. Only thing that you'll need to work on is your language, the mastering of the language. You know, you don't have to master, but show that deep desire from your heart that you're willing to learn that language and that you're willing to basically to immerse in the culture in all of what it is, you know, so in all deep appreciation. And so when I'm seeing brothers over there, you know, there's traveling, man, having fun, like hell, even jumping off of waterfalls, you know, with nice, fine looking women, damn it, you know, and she's looking beautiful. She's looking more handsome than he is. No, ooh, Lord forgive me. She's looking more prettier than he is handsome. Yeah, shout out to Game Changer for that one. She's more prettier than he is handsome. Yeah, shout out to Game Changer for that. Yeah. And he's, you know, this brother got a smile up on his face, man. You know, hey, and And I'm saying, like, talking about shit relating to what's on the beach and shit, all those great things. And then you come with some way left field, sideways ass shit. Like, it's like Cat's mastered. It's like Cat's mastered uh, the ability to diminish or derail any kind of enthusiasm one would have in certain stuff, or between another person, that could create something great. Like, damn, like, which could establish bridges, between you and another, which has typically been done since the beginning of time. When people come together, and they have a strong bond, establish a good friendship between one another through through association at first, and then then it morphs into a friendship and something deeper. Uh, yeah, and they typically within that they'll have enthusiasms within certain things that they may like as one another, which is when it comes to music, movies, whatever. And it's like, okay, if they both have an interest in it, or if one may have an interest in it, the other had never been exposed to it, it's never where it's like, okay, the one that's not exposed to it is coming forth, being condescending about it, and then making the person feel like shit for liking it or whatever. Nah, it's not that. It's, you know, it's it is way more. It's way more accepting and relaxing when you talk to them about it. Hence, what they do when it comes to on the Joe Rogan's podcast. Motherfucker will be like, okay, man, so it sound maybe interesting. I'll check it out. And it's not nothing in there is involved when it comes to like one is acting higher, mightier than the other, stuck up and shit. In which case, I somewhat affiliate that with some effeminate traits, man, because I see women be acting like that, be acting all stuck on one another, like because we know they are in competition with one another. So yeah, and when men act like that, it's so unbecoming. It is. It's not fitting at all. So, uh, I say all that to say, man. Yeah, especially too when I'm on these panels, and thank God it feels good, man. Right now, feels good to be up on my own shit, up on my own platform right now, where I can freely speak. Whether I have 0 or to 1,000 watching, man, it just feels good. It feels like I can breathe. Just relax my shoulders right now. I tell you every time. Um, and I have it set up later on, guys. After this, I shall be talking about solo leveling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are talking about it. Yes, so the thumbnail's already created. Yes, so that's gonna be having that get ready to fire it up here soon. Think I'm gonna find something to snack on, of course, because I already have my notes taken from episodes 1 through 3. So I'm glad I got it this far. Like at least at this point in the beginning, instead of having to wait so long because I waited and procrastinated, and waited to like episode 8 or something, like I've done with other shows. And other shows, I'm like, oh my God, that's just way too long to cover that like that detail. So I might as well just talk about that uh, in a rough draft or in a nutshell kind of situation. So yeah, that, but yeah, man, and just want to, times, man, I just want to chill back and just, man, like, why, like, why continue to feel like you got to go back and forth with these people. Raising up your blood pressure, and that was in part of my point when I was on Nino's channel, on Nino's podcast, and shout out to him, man, because it's just say God forgive him for he may him and the others may not know what they do, but um, just I just see that little ignorance to where it's just man. I'm thinking, okay, it's starting to lean towards willful ignorance towards these things. Is what's going on, and what I over the things I clearly have pointed out was solutions, and it was kind of like downplayed, like what people typically do who are against talking points of those of the Black Manosphere. So I rented those people as foolish, and are in the way. Because if you're gonna continue to say, "Hey, that's not," that's just that one solution fits all, man. That ain't gonna work. Well, guess what? There are solutions within solutions, or within a solution. So that means it works multiple different facets, but in a benefit in some degree for everybody without it interfering with the different groups. You know, so and my solution is this: if it's that hectic, okay. If that solution don't work, which is me saying, okay, all the people who wants to from the LGBTQ community, if they want to go ahead and create a whole section for them, a whole island for them, off from away from those who wants to, go about it God's way naturally, as He set it forth as it is, which is man and woman and children. Thus, building a strong, true society, a strong families. If you're against that, then yeah, go off, on your own island or somewhere else. Especially too, since you don't want to be here and keep it within behind closed doors, within your own walls, which must be now enforced because of all the things that people have shown us to advocate for over the past 4 years that have seemed so heinous and outrageous and sickening, such as what they call tampon Tim, wanting tampons in boys' restrooms. Nonsense. And if I say something like around the lines of, hey, that's wrong, that's basically immoral as hell and sickening, like what the hell? So yeah. Why should I get any kind of opposition for that, like with you guys, unless you are from that clan? Unless you are from that clan. So yeah. Yeah, excuse me. But yeah, so, and that's what I'm getting, from when I'm on that panel, on such panels like that. And I'm like, oh my God, it's to where it's like you never can relax, make a point and it be respected, stand on it. And one of the points I made too as well was this, is that a lot of people get it confused, customs and accords. We can't get the accords mixed with the customs. That's one of the things here that must be understood within the Hama Force. Because why? It will make things more blissful and more peaceful to understand that. Because when we check back and look back and see all the arguments or whatever with people of of the past 5 years, or from the past 5 years on these panels alone, we see that they are arguing the things that people are that have made their principles. And the customs are things that should be respected, the things that they do that's okay. Like, for instance, for example, your taste, the things you have taste, a strong taste buds for, like music, movies, food. Um, yeah, like if we both drink, right? Let's say juice, like fruit, like fruit juices. Fruit juices and uh, fruit blends. And all those different types, like using different carrots and grapes, bananas, strawberries, and all that. Making and some baby spinach and all that different stuff. You put in there and mix with it. We like those kind of juices, okay, and all that. Uh, and you come forth to me adamant, right, about how you are so for one particular kind of juice, right, like orange juice, and I like apple juice more so, but I still drink orange juice as well. You choose not to respect my custom of, which is my taste bud of this here, or what I like, which is this apple juice more so. So therefore you come to me adamant about why I should prefer the orange juice more so than the apple juice. Whereas instead of respecting it is you saying, okay, and taking it in stride, let it and just letting it be. And we continue on to have a joyful time and within other things. Such things as like, okay, the Accords are um, you as a man should not be okay with your woman beating you on the side of the head with a purse, yelling at you like a dog, saying, "Come along, boy, come along." No, that is not cool at all. Those kind of men are not welcome in the Hall of Men. And remember what I said, the Hall of Men is universal. Like the real man, the groups where real men dwell. They'll spot your weakness out real quick and cash you out, if not manipulate you and use you to, to their own desire, all the while not taking you seriously. So, yeah, hopefully I can still be heard. And please don't get for the like and the cash app. And which is Ray Hobbs. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. And speaking of which, thank you, Brother Roastmaster One. Appreciate you, bro. Should got you in the beginning once while we 30 minutes past the hour. Thank you, Brother Roastmaster One. My War General. Appreciate you, bro, for the donation, man. And I got this clip for you right here. Here we go, bro.
見えたぞ。十分だ。待たせたな、貴様ら。だがその沈黙も全て今この時のためと知れ。モーブです。最後の5000を率いて正面より向かってきます。もしその5000でこの官名本陣1万を破る部の保証があるのなら、巨峰大騎兵団5000を出せ。向こうも騎馬隊よ。全員モーブ様並みの巨体だと。モーブよ、この策は後戻りが効かぬ。4万全軍を使い切って、何が何でもこの一撃で。
All right, yeah. So thank you, big bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the big donation, brother. Grateful to you always, brother. Love you, War General. God bless you. Amen. So yeah, and going back to this, y'all, you know, that's the thing, man. That's my point is to get to it is that especially when we get on these panels, we just gotta have a keep in mind, you know, and it's easy. I do it all the time, whether they notice or not. If you notice a person's on a panel and they've been talking for a while or whatever, you know, you bypass multiple periods and you know that you did, and you know people are on the panel and are trying to catch you at your periods, you know, when you end your sentence. Therefore, you'll hurry up and move it along to create another sentence. That's to block another person, you know, from getting in. And when a person notices that and tries to chime in, then you want to, what are you doing? I'm not finished. Oh, and then the host will be like, oh well, let him finish his point, man. Let him finish his point, man. Well, how can he finish his point if the dude continues on creating more sentences? It don't make no damn sense, man. Whether you favor one over the other or not. You know, and I'm not with that. You know what I mean? Because I'm not about letting no one over here create or be create no kind of book, man. Like, come on my channel. No, I mean, you talking that long to where you basically done spit out a whole book to the crowd. Nah, I'm cool. You know, you don't do that, man. That's inconsiderate and selfish, especially too when it's a public panel, you know, public platform, as we all know. So, and also keep in mind, due to that, I know that now it should be widely known of YouTube suppressing our views. So since they're doing that, based off certain key phrases and key terms, you know, what you put in your titles and what you talk about and the things you mention, you know, will impact your view count. You know, that will impact your view count. So yeah, I'm not surprised, which is why I'm going to finish and not procrastinate and work on this banner that I need to create for my channel on Rumble. So yeah, so I can link you guys up to that as well. So yeah, but you know, it's all about, man, just being considerate too of one another, man. You know, as fellow brothers when we on these panels talking, chiming up, you know, so we can make it a cool, fun environment. You know, of people that will attract people, you know, to make them feel like they are sitting back, chilling, you know, talking with us, even though they're somewhere afar doing their own thing in their own world. You know, yeah, to make it like the Joe Rogan's podcast, where it's that relaxing. You know what I mean? But it's, you know, hey, you know, colored man, you know, black man. Or even, you know, hey, white guys too. I'm not, you know, hey, I'm not like that. White guys, Asian, don't matter. Shit. Asian brothers, white guys, white brothers, don't matter. Shit. As long as you ain't coming over here, you know, with that bitch made feminist shit. As long as you ain't coming with none of the energy of what you thus see in the thumbnail, then we're good. Please hit the like and don't forget to hit the Cash App. Because I am just sick of it, you know. This low disregard, like, you know, and this need that people feel, this urge that they feel on the inside of wanting to treat a person like shit when they come on a panel. For when little that the host know, while the host is thinking, okay, you're more on the side of the person that's doing most of the talking and the raving and the rah-rah, you know, though he's letting them, you know, go and go on this person that may be new or whatever it is, you know, that's on their panel. That could cause that host to miss out on some money. since people don't know how to think 3 and 5 steps ahead nowadays, yeah, that could cost the host money, right? Because now that person don't feel that gravitational pull to want to come back to that channel, right? To the panel/channel. Yeah, they're gonna want to take. They're gonna say, okay, well, this $50 I was gonna give you, let me go over here to this one panel, right, where I can go over here and talk to these brothers. These brothers and sisters, especially to its channel that's in the Geekverse or what have you, or on the or a channel that gets on talk about all this different shit that's going on, relationship topics or whatever. A man and man's glory and true masculinity. Yeah. Either way, we are on some shit where we are about treating each other with that kind of love, respect, and dignity. I'm definitely not gonna have the one over that's gonna cost me money. No, no, no. Hell no. Like basically you done slick robbed me, my guy. Like you didn't, talk some stuff, said some stuff that kept me from making some money by making this person feel like crap on my panel, because you want to feel some type of way about yourself. Because you want to ingratiate yourself before everybody, thus to try to gain points from the masses. And at the same time, I miss out on $50 to $100 donation because it doesn't make sense. No. So therefore, it goes right along with the lines of where it says in a word where we must be careful because we don't know that we're entertaining angels. To make sure to do good on the people, to seek to do good unto one another, because you get to receive a great blessing in return. Maybe not immediately, maybe not surely, anyway, but sometimes you will. You build up treasures in heaven that way. You store blessings in heaven that way for yourself. Like you ain't a person that should get any blessings, even though those do. But the wicked, this is who I'm talking about. But those people are the ones that are in danger zone because of how they want to choose to operate, being a lone ranger and want to go around pretending they're willing to be, a team player, but only there to be like a Trojan horse to sabotage. So but that's it, man. Pretty much, guys. And I appreciate you guys coming through, listening, and please get ready because I will be going live again sometime soon here shortly tonight. Still, as it is time. The time over here is 9:14. I have 9:14 on my end, so yeah. So the time is going to be different depending on what zone you're on. So yeah. I just have to address that, because that's what I want. I don't care about debating you guys, none as you're going back and forth or whatever, especially on the things that relates to my principles, my codes and creeds. The things that you should stand 10 toes in, unchangeable, unmoving, because that was makes an awesome and great man. Especially such a man is recognized by God, because that's a man that God has decreed for what he wants. Not a man that bends over quickly for others. This your guy Ray Hama. One versus a million. I'm out. Peace. But before I go, I gotta show you some man mode right here. If you ain't about this here, something wrong